Yeah, after every good meal, there are bound to be a few little morsels left over, so why not turn them into a scrumptious, healthy meal that is 100% good, crammed with 100% goodness and flavor. And we're going to be whipping up a beautiful autumnal salad using last night's leftover chicken. We've got a beautiful range of grilled vegetables, some fresh fruit even coming into this. It's going to pop. It's going to be a beautiful transitional salad, if you will. Some warmth, some comfort, but also some fresh pop there to really help you enjoy a fresh salad. I'm going to invite our Zoe, who barely even broke a sweat during that one.
It's all the makeup.
Boom, boom, absolutely
Waterproof.
smashed it. So well done, first of all. We're going to give you a little one of those. So we're going to be using last night's leftovers to create something absolutely scrumptious and beautiful. There's a lot of crunch, there's a lot of color, which means we're getting a lot of nutrients in it as well. So we've got our 100% crush. We're going to be using our 100% apple to make a beautiful dressing to go with this. So I'm going to leave that up to you in just a moment. But first, I'm going to get going with the crunch elements of our salad here. And we're going to be using some beautiful veggies that we're going to just give a nice char, it gives it a beautiful flavor. So we've got, we just skinned some carrots there. We've got some courgettes going in. And one of my favorites, some baby broccoli, some long stem broccoli, which has a beautiful buttery flavor. I absolutely love it. We're going to dress it with a little bit of olive oil, just get that.
And there's just something about dressing your veggies correctly that just brings out the best flavors in them.
Oh,
there's nothing such as vegetables need to be boring.
Completely. And I know we're introducing chicken here, but there's no reason why you can't make this just a complete kind of veg celebration. And I'm going to just take a handful of these guys. You want a nice hot griddle pan. We're not cooking these. We're just looking for a good char is the most important thing. And then what I'm going to ask you to do is to get going on our dressing there.
Okay.
So we're going to use about a quarter cup of our 100% crush. We're using the apple flavor. The orange, I think, would work just as beautifully with that. Then we've got some vinegar, we've got some honey, and we've got some olive oil. You can pop that in.
And there's something about a nice little vinaigrette that just goes so well with veggies in a salad. There we go.
Yeah, it's all about that balance. You want a little bit of sweet, a little bit of sour, and then you can add a pinch of salt and pepper there as well.
There we go. My dad shared something very interesting over the weekend that he learned from some Spaniards. When you do your dressing, it's best to put your olive oil first. If you're going to do just a basic olive oil and balsamic vinegar, it's best to put your olive oil first before your vinegar because the olive oil will give it a bit of a coating.
100%.
Whereas the balsamic vinegar would just immediately soak into your veggies.
Sure.
And make your salad soggy.
Okay, so I've got some cucumbers, some beautiful little cherry tomatoes going in there. We've got some onion, spring onion.
Onion, there we go. I'm going to quickly give it a blitz.
Give it a go.
There's no need to overblend it.
Yeah, no, that's perfect. Just needs to mix through. And then we've got some beautiful little segments of nachi. You could use orange, would work just as well.
Oh, and I love adding fruit to my salad. I always feel like a salad must never taste the same. There must always be a different element to it.
Yeah?
There we go.
These guys in there.
Look at that.
Because you want them to still retain their crunch and their nutrients. It's just to add that kind of depth of flavor. I'm going to get these guys on there.
There we go.
In the meantime.
And I have our little 100% crush dressing. Can I sprinkle it over?
Go for it. We're going to really mix it through, really toss that through, I think. So I'm going to let that do its thing.
There we go.
And then I've got an apple here that I'm just going to cut into some little segments.
There we go.
See, this is all about the textural elements. I think having the crunch is absolutely vital here. And another little kitchen hack here, a little bit of lemon juice on your apple to prevent it from going brown.
There we go. I love that you kept the skins on. That's like my favorite part.
Oh, yeah, I know. And it's also where the nutrients lies.
That peel their apples, and I'm like, no, that's the best part.
100%. But it is. It's where a huge amount of the nutrient value is carried. Just getting a beautiful char on it. And it does help to have a griddle pan at home for these sorts of things if you're cooking a steak. It's also awesome. There we go.
I love that charred look.
I know.
The little lines.
Looks funky. And there is something like really autumnal about this. It's got a beautiful kind of autumn vibe. It looks amazing. And there you have it. It really is as simple as that. I'm going to give this a bit of a mix through with your beautiful dressing as well. So this has got it all. It's got a balance of flavors. It's fresh. It's crunchy. There's a bit of warmth there to add that comfort factor, seeing as we are going into a new season. There's a bit of kind of an acidity to the dressing. Absolute magic.
I feel like we need a cheers to that. There you go.
Oh, 100%.
And I know that we always make our recipes available. It's available on expressoshow.com. We also post a beautiful, if it's quick and easy, if you don't know how to navigate the website, it's also quite easy to go onto Facebook, and the link to the recipe is by the picture. There we go. That looks good.
I know. So there we go. Nothing gets wasted. If you have any cool leftovers from the night before, why not recreate them into something absolutely beautiful? And you see how the color even from the broccoli is still there. It's still bright green, which means we haven't cooked away any of the nutrients.
No.
It is going to be fresh. It's going to be nutrient rich.
There we go.
Even threw a little piece off the griddle pan. Let's get you
Fine.
over here. But that's looking fresh, it's looking beautiful, and there is our gorgeous leftover made, believe it or not, 100% goodness in a bowl. Cheers.
There we go.
Oh, that looks lovely.
You know that sad feeling when something good is coming to an end?
100%. But then we could always open another Krush.
100%.
100% fresh, 100% goodness.
Made with love by Clover.